time with Urban started 11 years ago. I've grown a lot professionally and personally while working for this company. I've lived through the year of the gauchos, Chinese slippers, and ghettopoly, and I survived the holiday of Jesus is my homeboys. This is how my team knows me. I genuinely care about the company, my store, and team. I know my shit and challenge the process every day. I'm usually doing and thinking about 50 things at one time. I walk really, really fast, and I have an unhealthy obsession with Post-it notes. Here's a quick recap of my time with Urban and how I've gotten here. I am Kyle's surprise, and this is my personal statement. I started with Urban my freshman year at Arizona State back in 2002. I spent 3 years at Store 22 learning how to be a great associate for the company, was then promoted to team leader and then to MIT. This is where I got my operational training and fell in love with the company and its culture. Although I was graduating with a degree in journalism and always thought I would have a career as a writer, I'd fallen in love with Urban and decided to pursue retail as my new career. I moved to Charleston and opened the store as the men's manager. I quickly was promoted to WAC manager and then to women's. It was in Charleston that I learned how to manage the associates and develop systems for the store. This is also where Matt, my then boyfriend and now husband, and I moved together after spending 4 years apart during college. We had a blast in Charleston, spending every day off drinking champagne at the beach or exploring the Southeast. In 2007, I transferred to Store 84 in Chicago as the women's manager. 3 weeks later, I was promoted to women's manager at 19. 1 month later, I was promoted to assistant store manager at 19. That's when I learned that if you work your ass off and are good at what you do, you can get promoted. Basically, you're responsible for how fast you want to grow and move up. In early 2009, I was promoted to store manager of 64. I got a merchandising partner for the first time and learned how to balance that partnership and ensure we were aligned on all of our decisions. It's also when Matt and I got married, so I learned the meaning of partnership inside and out of work. My DM always gave me feedback, good and bad, and I grew immensely in this year. As much as we loved Chicago, Matt and I decided to make the move to Dallas in July 2011. I transferred to 101 North Park, and it is here with the help of my DM that I learned to elevate myself as a manager. I learned how to have tough conversations, think in a more innovative way, and always challenge the process. I learned how to manage the managers like a DM. I took strength-based leadership a second time, and the results showed how I changed over the years. My number 1 strength was strategic, and my number 5 was ideation. And neither of these were on there when I took it years ago. I think that shows how I've grown in looking at running a team, store, and business differently. My other 3 strengths that remained in my top 5 for almost 5 years were arranger, positivity, and input. That speaks for my desire to know everything, my strength in knowing where to use my team's talents, and the importance I place on being positive in every part of my life. I was asked to write about my legacy. I want people to see how much I love this company and the people I work with. I believe in investing in them and developing every person in the store no matter what that takes. I want people to be inspired by me and learn how to problem solve and not settle for doing things the way they've always been done. I've had so many great bosses on all levels, and I just want to be the same leader to others. I've started this legacy on the store level, but I want to do it for the company and keep helping to make Urban the best company to work for.